super duper immersive, pushing the boundary on immersive, then you know, go for it. I'm sure if I were born a woman, I'd be just as proud as having boobs and a vag as I am right now, being proud of having pecs and a dick.
But right now, that means so little in the game. Like literally nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's all
Um,
about the.
there are proponents on either side that go, well, I think it's unfair because it should have equal representation, and then the other side's like, oh well, um, that shouldn't be the whole goal of the game. You're pandering to the people that want the equal representation and doing it in a terrible way.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey,
You guys
Oh.
hear me correctly?
Yeah, I need to raise you up.
I can hear your voice.
I can unfortunately.
But not what I'm
Uh-oh.
saying. Okay.
I'm an open mic. No, that's not what I want.
So who's heard of Osiris New Dawn?
Huh?
I did.
Oh, I saw it. I saw of it, and it looks quite interesting.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Better
what?
than No Man's Sky, that's for sure.
well, I just bought it and I keep getting eaten by the giant worm. It's gotten to the point where I'm completely afraid to mine for magnesium.
Eh.
Wait,
Well,
what
at least
game?
it's better than No Man's Sky.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Star Citizen.
No Man's Sky.
Oh,
Oh, Star
that's
Citizen.
all.
I've been following that game for a while, but that's probably one early access title that I will wait until.
Official release, yeah. Same
Yeah.
here.
But Osiris New Dawn, I bought it. I've got most of my games on Steam are early access.
I don't know. I have so many space. I have only need one space, which is endless space, and I'm pretty happy with that.
Endless Space? That's the actual name?
Yeah, it's a strategy game.
Hmm.
Okay.
hello.
Well,
Hey,
To be honest,
Terrell.
No, I'm just saying, because
Hey, who?
Endless Space...
Yeah. What?
But yeah, I do play the
Anything
Forest.
like-
I tried to answer that question earlier, but nobody. I was not in the chat.
Ah,
Oh, it's fine.
yeah.
Oh, hey.
if No Man's Sky wouldn't be so freaking expensive, I
Oh,
would have
no.
bought it.
Well, you could
Oh.
buy it, play it for as long as you want, and refund it.
Yeah.
No,
it's
no,
gonna
you
be
can Steam
down for
refunds.
sure.
You
It's
gotta
gonna be
play it
down
for less
soon.
than. Yeah, you
Less
gotta
than
be-
2 hours.
Yeah, less than
Yeah.
2 hours, and then refund it.
Just
And
about how long it
it's
takes
like-
to beat the game. I mean,
That's how long
At
before the
least
game
20
gets
hours
boring.
minimum.
Well, now see, to that I say, fuck you.
No, No Man's Sky is stupid because it's a
It's
a
stupid.
$60. It's a triple A.
It's an indie game. No,
It's an indie game. It's not AAA.
Triple A title. Oh, shut up, you.
Well, I mean, if it had more content and they actually delivered, which I was being kind of hopeful.
How about
to them
let me
actually
say
doing that.
this? I look at it as a tech demo. How about a very expensive tech demo?
Yeah,
So
but
what?
fuck
That would
that.
be
I'd rather.
No, not even then.
$20 at
Ground
most.
Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zero did a much better job at being a tech demo than fucking No Man's Sky.
No,
Yeah,
see,
but-
No Man's
no,
Sky. No Man's
but-
Sky is a broken early access title, priced at a finished price.
As,
Yeah, that's a problem.
It's a finished product.
AAA title.
Yeah,
Still didn't like
it's
Metal
early
Gear.
access
It's
at most.
fucking
Nah,
$60.
I mean, it's just it was mostly all because of that one guy who's been developing throughout the game. He's just been spreading most of the lies that ran around. It's like he said there would be multiplayer, there would be all these things, and it didn't have any of these things.
That's hanging.
Yeah, but because
Yeah, he-
Sean Murray is the guy that is the PR person and the head of the studio are the same person.
Yeah, it was
That's
just
just plain dumb.
it's his fault for being a compulsive liar.
No, he's
I
not
would call it
compulsive.
a
Well, I
compulsive
mean,
liar, but
if we're going to talk compulsive liars,
Well,
no,
if
I
it's-
promised Isaac I wouldn't get into
I know,
politics.
yeah.
Um,
Wow,
But-
no politics.
But no,
No, I
Sean
mean, I have
Murray,
nothing against him. I'm
um,
talking about
again, his biggest fault was not being definitive with any answers. Any
Yeah.
answers
No.
towards the game. Someone actually tried to defend the game by slanting the entire issue as, oh, look, you got put into the hype train. Look how smart I am. I didn't fall for the hype train. I ignored the entire news press of No Man's Sky and bought it based on my own
think-
my
yeah.
own wants and thoughts. What kind of rock do you live under? Company.
You guys there?
Yeah, we're
Yes.
here.
So my mic
You're
was
gonna
not
hold.
working the whole time.
But yeah,
That's
I think
because-
Total Biscuit said it best. He
Mhm.
said that he said all these things. He wasn't very clear of the game throughout the development, so it made the fans piece into pieces, imagining the most perfect game ever.
Sounds like what Jim Sterling said.
Yeah, that's what Total Biscuit also said.
Yeah.
But yeah, God
It
bless,
is. I mean,
God bless Jim Sterling.
well, I don't.
Well, I mean, I
personally
wouldn't thank God
care
for
about
him,
Jim Sterling or Joel Biscuit,
but he's pretty cool. I
make-
mean,
I would
I
totally
agree with their
sacrifice a
opinion.
Blue Eyes White Dragon and a Dark Magician to summon Jim Sterling.
I'm sorry, but see, if I'm gonna thank God for anybody, it's gonna be me. I'm sorry, Jim Sterling, but I thank God for me.
Wow, what a dick. No, I'm kidding.
That's a
Oh
very
my god,
loathing thing.
that's
man.
wonderful.
What a penis.
You're a
Well,
special
look,
snowflake.
Personally, I respect their opinion, and they make valid points. Whichever, both Jim Sterling and
Darn it!
Joel Biscuit. But
I think
I'm
we
not
moved away
praying
from
to
Skype.
them.
I was gonna show you the skull.
But yeah, Ronnie, sorry.
That's
I
fucking
didn't
name
have to,
on Skype.
Censor anything. It's just because I was that
Point is though, he's
No,
they're
dude.
just in deep doo-doo.
It's
It's
fine.
Sony doesn't even want a piece of it.
Besides, if I can get if
No,
I can
Sony
criticize
threw
art, I
Hello
will
Games
have
under the bus. Like a month after the game launched,
Yeah, exactly.
without any sort of remorse, even though they hyped the thing for 3 fucking years. And the problem, the biggest problem I have with No Man's Sky, even though I didn't play it, technically speaking, the biggest problem I have with the game is that it tries to be a AAA title when it's 15 people working on it on a game. You know,
Well-
and for 3 years to have
Dark Souls 1 was done by 15 people.
exactly, and for 3 years trying to promise so much.
When it first came out. I mean, I don't think it was
Yeah.
AAA title, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was a niche title that gained a huge following
In
based on word of
Japan.
See,
mouth.
the thing is, when a title game, a first of any series that comes out, it's never a AAA. When you market it as a AAA and it fails, like No Man's Sky, you have a problem there. A AAA
Or
title-
Order
a AAA
1866.
A AAA title becomes a AAA title when you take a risk on a game, like let's say Resident Evil. I mean,
Or
if you
Last
thought
Last
Resident
of
Evil-
Us.
Or
Last of Us is a much better example than Resident Evil. I'm sorry, but The Last of Us is a much better AAA title than Resident Evil has become over the last few
like
years.
the new ones, yes. 5 and 6, yes, I totally agree with you.
What about the Raccoon City ones
yeah,
where
I
you play
agree
as
with that. I
a
agree
generic
with-
soldier
I
soldier
agree with
man?
that too, but that isn't a main title. That is made by Slant 6, and they're a terrible company to begin with.
I can't really
I'm talking
stress.
about
Resi 6 was terrible.
yeah, Slant 6 is a terrible gaming company. They're responsible for the SOCOM games, and they're not all good. So, no, Resident Evil when it first started off, it started off as a true survival horror game, especially with the first one. Granted, the voice acting was bad. The second one was a huge turning point for the game, and that's what literally made it into a survival horror. That's why everybody's demanding a Resident Evil 2 remake.
And the pinnacle of Resident Evil is 4,
Yeah,
and
unfortunately,
it's-
yeah.
especially on the GameCube.
Yeah.
PlayStation, I have it on the PlayStation 2. I haven't tried it yet, but I played the throughout the GameCube edition version, and it's good. It works. I have it on Steam as well. I haven't played it, but
The GameCube version is the best version. The PS2 version is like a butchered.
I like
If
the
you
PC
want a
version.
true survival horror game,
Literally every single
you'll
Resident
play
Evil port on the PC or Xbox 360 uses the PlayStation 2 port. No, none of
Because
them use the GameCube.
Nintendo
port.
is not because
The
the
remastered
problem
one.
with that is because
Yeah, the
Nintendo
remaster
is so
uses the PS2
stingy
version.
on their
It's just
IPs.
remastered for
Really?
PS2, yeah. You can tell when you look at the bullet counts and you look at Leon's hair when it's not moving and the blood splatters of the particle effects. They especially lack in the ports, the PC ports, the Xbox One ports, all of them. I know this because I have the
And you
PS2
see that-
one, and I've always bragged on my brother about it. I tell him I hate the PS2 version so much because of the effects and the stupid hair. Like the hair isn't moving right, the graphics are messed up, and that stupid gun counter's retarded. The reticule's messed up. Like just a lot of it on the PS2 is just screwed up. The GameCube version is literally the best version of the game, but you know it was exclusive for that title to begin with.
I'll have to keep an eye on that.
I don't know. Personally, I don't really like
I'll
the
have
whole.
to keep an eye on that.
I didn't really like the whole instead of going. I liked whenever it was just a virus, and now they just went towards a parasite thing in Resi 4.
I agree.
I still like my 3 and my T virus.
Yeah. 2, 3, and Code Veronica are my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean
virus
the
is
fourth
the true definition of
introduces a
necromancy.
different thing.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I'm
know?
not gonna lie. Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 changed Resident Evil.
Mm,
2 and 4 were the ones that changed Resident Evil to what it is now.
yeah,
2 made it a AAA title. 4 cemented that as more of an action survival horror type RPG. I mean, not RPG, action survival type survival horror game. You know what I meant. While I do like Resident Evil 4, for me it's an especially boring game. Maybe because I ported it so many damn times, or maybe because I played it so many damn times. Just I get tired of seeing Resident Evil 4.
I actually never played Resident Evil 4.
If you've never played
I would
it's a
actually
really good
personally.
game. It's a really good game. But if you played it and seen it like all over the place way too many times, yeah, it kind of gets tiresome.
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
I would
but I mean,
get more
that's
annoyed
the
at the
kind of
tank
thing, that's like-
controls than anything.
With 4.
That's like Sega, you know. They port games, but they never develop an amount to anything with what they have. You know, and it's a bad representation, or comparison. But the fact is that companies, especially EA, in that regard, but that's a different story.
Makes me even sadder just thinking about all this, especially with Silent Hill.
Oh yeah, that counts.
Yeah. Isn't it coming back or something?
Don't you
No.
love
Or-
Konami, guys? Isn't Konami the greatest? We should worship.
Yeah, they
Totally.
just released a new Silent
wait.
Hill game,
Why-
which is
why
a
worship
Pachinko
Konami?
game.
God, you guys turned into
Why-
freaking nerds
why
as soon as
worship
Sonic Conquer
Konami?
got here.
When
God.
when you can worship Jim Sterling, or at the very least, praise
Capcom?
God for me.
Deadman said it's the nuts hack
Hi,
BBY.
guys.
I just
It's the tits.
No.
It's the tits, guys.
Cleasley said semen.
I can only trust Jim Sterling and Filthy Frank right now.
Demon.
They're
What?
the gateway.
Uh,
so
Oh, and by the way,
There's Rags. You could trust
go back
Rags.
to No Man's Sky. There is the ASA that's currently asking Valve and Hello Games to change their advertising on the Steam page.
They might
And-
as well.
and-
It's
Advertising.
I mean,
Any
if
other,
you wanted another, here's the thing. If you
Yeah.
want to play an early access game that has much more features than No Man's Sky, space exploration, ship
I
customization,
always recommend people to Arc
really-
if they want
really
a
good.
lot of content.
Arc is I don't recommend Arc because
I don't recommend it
lately
anymore.
the last blunder with Arc Survival is that they are still in early access, but they've already released a paying DLC.
I would suggest
But they-
The
Star
game
Wars.
isn't launched yet, is it officially
First
launched?
day
There's always
pre-order
DLC for it.
DLC